PA. The 48 is Colton Flinner. Row number 5 out of Jupiter, Florida. He currently leads the O'Reilly Rookie of the Year standings. It's Clay Harris in the 6th. And on his outside, starting 10th out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, the 99B is Rick Boom Briggs.
The 101 of Forrest Trent. He's out of Morristown, Tennessee. He will fire off from 11th. And Brendan Smith, currently 3rd in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. The 17 SS out of Dade City, Florida.
Row number 7 out of Sugar Grove, Pennsylvania, Bump Hedman in the Bump 22. And on his outside out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, the 93 is Corey Lawler.
John Lee, a regular here at Lernerville in the 5L. DJs out of Somerville, Pennsylvania. Dan Angelicchio out Mount Pleasant, PA in the 14.
Tyler Wyant, the Oil City, Pennsylvania driver, going to start inside row 9. He's in the 24. And on his outside out of Flemington, West Virginia, the 88 will be Chad Green.
Track regular Logan's there in the 1Z out of Hookstown, Pennsylvania. And Kyle Lucan, the 184 out of Burgettstown in outside of row number 10.
Row number 11, Tyler Dietz, the defending Pro Stock track champ out of Saxonburg, PA's in the 00. And Pennsboro, West Virginia's Ryan Payne in the 12.
Row 12, Dennis Fenton in his first career start in the Lucas Oil Series out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania, the 56. And Zachary Kane, he's out of Washington, PA in car number 10. Everybody on a 3 right rear this time. How about that?
No 4s, no 2s. Everybody on a 3.
Everybody on a 3. Jonathan Davenport won the Show Me 100. That was $50K. Won the Dream 1030. Did not win at Smoky Mountain last week, but trying to add the Firecracker is not. He's not really. How many races has he made in the Firecracker?
Well, he's
out of 17 races. He's only been here what?
He's made it 7 times.
7 times.
Yeah, he was a prelim winner here last year. Best finish actually came last year when he got 3rd in this race. So he will roll from the pole in this second feature night. Final race of the night will fire in the Nutrient Ag Solution starting zone. Jonathan Davenport on the pole, Dalton Wilson on the outside, 25 laps to the checkered.
I wish we could go 100 laps tonight, my friend, because this track is perfect as they go into 1. Davenport, the big perm will dominate off out of turn number 2. He'll go to 2nd spot. Ferguson, here comes Troutman on the outside at 7. And Chubbzilla working the bottom for 4th with the 1 star.
Chubbzilla looking like Chubb Frank in 1998 down to the inside. Bring back the white and green Chubbzilla paint scheme, baby.
The shoestring traveler, my friend.
The open trailer, well, not anymore, down to the inside. That's a battle for 3rd. Look at Chubb Frank down to the inside. He's trying to take it away from Carson Ferguson.
What is going on here? This is this
Bring
unbelievable.
back Davey Johnson, baby. Give me the juice.
They go into 1.
And you got trouble over in turn number 4 as one car has slid off the top of the racetrack, and that'll bring out a Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag for the first time, and it's going to be Kyle Lucan, the Burgettstown, Pennsylvania driver, slows to a stop. 2 laps in the books, 23 laps to go in your second feature of the night.
Throwback to win, what, in the 90s?
That's right.
Man, oh man. Chubb Frank he started in 6th. He's already 3rd with 2 laps scored. So it's going to be Davenport, Wilson, Chubb, Ferguson, Satterley, Troutman, Robinson, Fluner, Briggs, and Brandon Smith. Hey, Lernerville, what about Chubb Frank? 6th to 3rd in 2 laps.
4-time Stars champion 2020 or 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, Ben Shelton.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can't be excited about 2024 and Chubb Frank's running in a podium spot at Lernerville at the Firecracker, we can't be friends. I mean, that's
he's
cool,
the only driver to make every one of them, Ben, right?
It is, man. And it's just, you know, in watching guys like Chubb and Bloomquist and Moyer and you know, some of the veterans, you don't know how many times we're going to get to see them more, and you got to just enjoy it, and you got to appreciate it. And Chubb's going to have to come to the outside on this one, which is probably not where he wants to be because that car's been really good on the bottom, but we'll see what he can do on the restart.
62 years old, putting on a show. All right, we're going to go Green Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone 2 in the books. Dustin, Jonathan Davenport will lead the big perm, and Chubbzilla off at turn 4.
Everybody at home probably pulling for that 1 star right now as they come off corner number 4.
Here
Gets a good run. Chubb Frank trying to take the 2nd spot away, and he may not be done yet. Move Chubbzilla up to 2nd, but we have got all kinds of carnage down in turns 1 and 2, and that'll bring out the Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag for the 2nd time in this race.
Nicholas Kane, one of those cars. I believe that's Ryan Payne. There's Logan
Zachary Kane.
Zachary Kane. What did I call him? Logan Kane?
Nicholas
Kane. That's Nicolas Cage, by the way. Payne is down there. Let's take a look at it on the video board here at Lernerville, and for those at home, Citizen Canes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, that was Zarin and, whoa,
Boom.
Dietz. Zarin and boom. But Zarin was off the ground, right? Did you want to see that again? Tiffany, can you rewind that? I want to see that again. That was going into one.
He gave him a shot in the shorts down there.
So the Dave Warren Power Sports. Let's take a look at it again, folks, here at the Speedway. Well, it's all right. You're doing a great job down there. DaveWarrenSegway.com. Be sure to register. That Segway is here on the grounds. $14,000 retail value.
Yeah, great to have Dave Warren and those folks here. Here's another look at your Flow Racing instant replay. Is you're going to see they got sideways right there. Yeah. Boom and someone else got sideways.
Flinner.
And Flinner hopped over the top of him.
Yeah.
And
my apologies to Zarin.
Loose.
Zarin is back here in the back, so.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Angeliquio, Bump, Zarin, Chad Green, Tyler Dietz, and Zachary Kane in the 10.
Yeah, Dietz got off the ground there. We'll see how many will continue.
Carnage and mayhem reigns
Boy,
supreme.
Ryan Payne, it's been a rough day for the Pennsboro, West Virginia. Look like Tyler Dietz will continue in the 00.
And guys, it's been a homecoming for Dave Warren Power Sports. We've had events this year. We didn't have a single Dave and Warren Power Sports caution. Tonight we've had Dave Warren Power Sports cautions and red flags, and it's just been an aggressive racetrack to start the week.
Yeah, it really has. As you see the drone shot there, that's Dan Angeliquio's 14, Chad Green in the 88, and Zachary Kane in the 10. All at the center of this mayhem that has put us under this Dave Warren Power Sports caution for the second time in this race.
Hopefully they'll be able to make repairs. Be back tomorrow night. Kane climbs from his car, the Washington, Pennsylvania driver, calling for a hook.
And they're also pulling the hood off Dan Angeliquio's 14, or they were thinking about it. Looks like he is going to require the assistance of a wrecker as well.
Angeliquio doing double duty this weekend, right, with the Rush.
Yeah.
And they are done for the night. They'll be back here tomorrow night. And again, they're going to run for $20,000 on Saturday night.
And we're going to go ahead and step aside here for a few moments while they get the accident site cleaned up over in turns 1 and 2. Don't go anywhere. Those of you watching at home, 2 laps in, 23 laps to go in the second and final feature of the night. It's the 18th Firecracker 100 presented by Big River Steel. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lernerville Speedway. 2 laps are complete and 23 laps remain in this evening's second and final feature of the night. And we've had a multi-car accident down in turns 1 and 2 that's brought out the Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag. Zachary King getting towed off the racetrack. Dan Angelicchio had to get extracted from the speedway, and Chad Green now getting a wrecker hooked up to his number 88. So 3 drivers out at the drop of the I was going to say at the drop of the green, but 2 laps into this one, James, when we go back to green flag racing, as there's Dan Angelicchio's number 14.
Like I said, hopefully, I mean, Zachary King just lives down the road there, south of Pittsburgh in Washington. He can have Vince Du Bois come over in the morning, and they can fix that car, right?
I got to drive through Warren, or I got to drive through, play it again, Washington on my way here. I could stop in.
There you go.
Right.
Chubb Frank, Hagerstown, Maryland, 2006, right? 18 years ago.
We were there.
We were there in the flannels. I'm not sure, whatever we called that. What did we call those uniforms I had?
They were heavy. They weighed a lot.
They were heavy.
They were very heavy.
Oh, man. Okay, just about ready. Chad Green there, the West Virginia driver. And again, his debut at the Lucas Oil Series at the Dirt Track World Championship last October. We would have to check on that. That's a good question. I don't know the overall when the last time Chubb won a race. Was it a crate race? It wasn't a crate race, was it?
Yeah, he's probably boy, where's Brian Spade when I need him?
Where's Todd Turner when we need him? He's going into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him, coming up in August at Florence Speedway. Angelicchio's coming back out, Dustin, right here on the main straightaway as Brian Green goes off the track.
Chubb with a super late model win at Erie's on July 31st, 2022 was his last super late model win. So there you go. Ask and ye shall receive.
He wants a strawberry moon. If he wins tonight, right?
Flat of strawberries if he wins. That's
flat
right.
of strawberries. Strawberry fields forever.
So Dan Angelicchio going to pull the 14 car back out on the speedway. He will try to rejoin the field at the tail.
So, again, everybody running a right rear 3, which is the middle compound. They can run a 2, 3, or 4 this weekend. I don't care what Davenport had on at Wheatland. If we would have run all 100 laps, he might have won by 15 seconds and lapped the field if there wasn't any cautions. He was that fast.
He was.
The dream he dominated, right? I mean, you know, people talk about that, but we've had great racing from second on back. It's just when Davenport is out in clean air, and I know that's a dirty word to many of you, and I know, and you know, doing tech today, they really kind of, you know, I was going through with a fine-tooth comb on some of this stuff, so we'll see how that goes. It's Chad Green off the racetrack now, 88 almost. Yeah, tough break for Chad. You see he's got a flat lifter tire there, just a handful of super late model starts to his credit. He's run a couple times at Elkins here this year, the West Virginia native, and it looks like, unfortunately, his night's going to come to a premature end, and we'll look for him back in action here tomorrow. Again, we'll get back underway tomorrow with our pre-race show at 6:45 p.m. Once again tomorrow, Dirt Draft Hot Laps will pull on the Speedway at 7 p.m. And James, the Dave Warren Power Sports caution lights are being turned off. Green flag is going to wave next time around. We'll try it again. Dalton Wilson once again going to choose the inside lane on this restart, and that'll put Chubbzilla on the outside of him in the 1 star. We loved Rick Eshelman, and that was one of his favorite nicknames, no doubt about it, as they go into turn number 3. At the Nutrient Solutions restart zone, 2 down, 23 to go in this night capper at Lernerville. Green flag's out, and we're back underway. Better restart that time for the 18D of Dalton Wilson, but Chubb Frank trying to get that run in the 1 star. Looking for his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win since 2006. They go wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Dalton Wilson drives it deeper into 3 and 4, and he's going to bring Carson Ferguson with him. Carson Ferguson gets around Chubb. Now Chubb back on the outside. Chubb ran good on the bottom early on. He goes to the outside. He'll go back to 3rd. Down the back straightaway, it's Davenport by about 6 or 7 car lengths. They're trying to go 3 wide. Satterley on the outside. Off at turn 4 of Carson Ferguson. Troutman on the bottom. And here comes Colton Flinner.
Colton Flinner trying to work his way up through the field. The former Lernerville track champ in the 48 side by side for the second spot momentarily. Chubb Frank had a run on Dalton Wilson. He'll drive the one-star deep into turns 3 and 4 and give it to Dalton Wilson, and they are not letting Jonathan Davenport out of their crosshairs.
Chubb needs to stay down low, down. Here comes Wilson down low. Wilson down the back straightaway. He'll challenge down the back straightaway with a Show Me 100 and the Dream Winners. The crowd senses it. Dalton Wilson throws the slider for the lead. Can he keep it off the berm? Davenport after Carlake still leads. Oh, baby. And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out.
We got a car on fire over in turn number 2, and I believe it might be the 184 of Kyle Lucan.
Man. So the Dave Warren Power Sports caution has turned to red for Lucan.
Yes, they got that.
I know him and his dad, man, they put that, and everybody puts a lot of money in this thing. Back in a super late model here in 2024. Of course, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series with all the equipment.
And the fire has been extinguished, yep, so.
Got to use the right chemicals. You put the wrong chemicals on, you damage the motor even further, and go through all the training for all of that. So 5 laps, DJ, in the books, and 5 complete, and Dalton Wilson threw it in there. Could not quite make it there on that berm in turn 4, make it stick.
He tried, and he just, like you said, he just could not quite make it stick. There's a good look at the 184 of Kyle Lucan. So again, just a tough break for him. It's been kind of a tough night for Kyle Lucan, as that Pro Power rocket has got damage underneath the hood of it. The catalytic combustion, Acelo Racewear Trueform race products, Lucan's RevFab entry is done for the night.
Did we not see that with Spencer Hughes? Was that last year at Muskingum County, right? Yeah. In turn 4.
Over
remember
in turn
that?
4,
Yep.
I was there, yeah.
Yep. Was that the infamous Brandon Overton interview?
The Brandon Overton interview, yes it was. He told us how he felt about some of the kids with driver's licenses. Getting word from my good friend Rich Berry, Chubb's last win at Lernerville Speedway, May 18th, 2012.
Oh, wow.
By the way, so it's been 12 years since Chubb has visited Victory Lane here.
I tell you, they're right there, Dalton and Chubb. Boy, Davenport's so hard to beat when he's out in front. But I tell you, Dalton Wilson really went side by side with him down the back straight. So Kyle Lucan, his night has ended, as you said here. 5 laps in. So it'll be Davenport, Wilson, Chubb, Frank, then Drake Troutman, Colton Flinner, Carson Ferguson, Greg Satterley, and then we'll have Ross Robinson, Clay Harrison, Forrest Trent. How about Forrest Trent? A surprise entrant. He was with us at Smoky Mountain, did not run Saturday night at Smoky, and drives up here to Lernerville. Of course, he went out on the Summer Nationals Tour, if you remember, for some races back in 2023.
Yes, he did.
Cade Loudy helping him there tonight.
Cade Loudy's going to have a career in front of him, isn't he?
Made his first Lucas Oil feature last Friday night at Smoky Mountain. Came up a little bit short on Saturday night. Well, they'll go through Kyle Lucan's car and hopefully see what happens here tomorrow. But it's... Well, remember Moran got the lead on lap 1, had a caution, had a pileup in turn 4. You had to restart it. And Moran, flat tire, ended his night in that first feature. Davenport, he knows Big Perm's there. The Big Perm is back, right? No doubt about it.
I saw it under the helmet. That is hair that you and I would be jealous of, without a doubt. All right, yellow lights are turned off. We'll go back to green flag racing this time, guys. 5 laps now in the books. 20 laps remaining in your final feature of the night. As James said, Jonathan Davenport leads. Dalton Wilson is second. Chubb Frank is third. Fourth is Drake Troutman, and Colton Flinner rounds out the top 5. They will fire this time by in turns 3 and 4 at the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone. Again, 5 in the books, 20 remaining.
Whoa, look out at Chubb. Not a good restarting. Wheel hop.
He jumped over top of the left rear of Davenport's car. Yeah,
Davenport's got damage. Chubb hangs on to the outside. Yeah, he wheel hopped him in turn 4. He's running third right now. Chubb down to the bottom. Wilson second. Davenport leads off of turn 4.
And keep an eye on that left rear of Davenport's car as well now.
Troutman to 4th in car 7. Then it's Flinner, Ferguson, Satterley, Ross Robinson, Clay Harris, Forrest Trent still 10th. They're not letting him get away.
The truth. That's the truth, James. Greg Satterley.
I want nothing but
running.
the truth. Here he comes to the outside, Dustin. He's been on roll the last couple of weeks. Kind of was off the first few months of this year, but that Appalachian Mountain Speed Week.
Look at this run.
Now the turn number 2, Diamonds that up down the back straightaway. Up at the battle for second. Chubb on the bottom. Chubb, Frank, and Dalton Wilson going at it for second. And Wilson and Chubb Frank down at the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. You've got to be kidding me.
And it's Boom Briggs. It's the Dave Warren Power Sports sponsored car.
Well, for those that don't know, Boom and Chubb Frank are cousins, and Boom brings out the Dave Warren Power Sports caution, and he's going to take it down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, Ben Shelton.
That's right. Shane Winans leaning in to get a word with him. A little bit of damage on the left side of this race car from earlier in the feature tonight, and they're taking a look. All 4 tires are up on this 99B, and he'll fire it back up, and we'll see if Shane and the crew, they do have some right side body damage, but again, it's not touching any of the tires. I think that was from earlier. And guys, if we can get more than 2 or 3 laps green flag, we might have a barn burner here in this final feature.
Absolutely. As there's the damage on the left rear of Jonathan Davenport's 49. And it didn't crinkle it up quite as much as I thought. But again, Chubb definitely got up into the left rear of Davenport on that restart. So the last time by at the stripe, 7 laps officially in the books. As we said, 18 laps to go. It was Dalton Wilson in second, so Wilson elects to choose the inside on this Delaware double file restart. Chubb on the outside. Drake Troutman fourth, and I'm telling you, Greg Satterley's right where he wants to be. He's on the outside. He gets a really good run on the high side when he hits it right down in 1 and 2.
He knows this track as well, like this in Port Royal. I tell you, down to turn number 2, Jonathan Davenport will head of the green, 7 down. It's Davenport, Wilson, Frank, Troutman, Satterley, Ferguson, Carson, Ferguson, Flinner, Robinson, Clay Harris, Forrest Trent still 10th. 18 to go in the wrap-up tonight at Lernerville at the Nutrient Ag Solutions Restart Zone in Jonathan Davenport. Much better restart for Chubb Frank that time in a 1.
Yeah, Chubb's going to have to try to take it to the high side. Instead, he'll roll the middle, and he may open up the door for Drake Troutman. Nope, I stand corrected. Chubb gets a good run on the high side, coming down the back straightaway. Wheel to wheel for the second spot. He'll try to pinch off the 18D of Dalton Wilson. Do you have a new second-place car at the line?
Yes.
Yes, you do. It's the 1-star of Chubb Frank.
Needs to get it back on the bottom. Dalton Wilson is there. They go side by side out of 2. Here comes Satterley and Troutman. They go side by side into 3. And they go into 3. And we've got a car in turn 2. And the Dave Warren.
No, it's going to stand
Dave
now.
Warren
It comes
Power
out.
Sports. Yes, Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out.
And that's big, James. Dalton Wilson got back by Chubb Frank right there. And so Dalton Wilson will go back up to the second spot, and he'll once again get his lane choice on this Delaware double file restart as we absolutely crawl through this second feature here tonight. With 9 laps in the books, Ben.
They may need an open red refuel at the route we're going for a 25-lapper. Man, it's just, again, racetrack's challenging tonight, and guys are going really aggressive, but Jonathan Davenport's doing exactly what he's got to do out front, and Dalton Wilson back into the second spot, Chubb Frank in third, and man, I think we'd all agree we'd like to see these last 16 laps go caution-free.
All right, you're exactly right, Ben. 9 laps scored. Now, again, as we kind of crawl through this feature, guys.
Chubb will be right there. He's got to get back on the bottom, doesn't he? I mean, I don't know.
He was able to take second on that last restart on the high side.
Vintage Chubb Frank right here.
About a big hat tip to Drake Troutman as well, who started 4th. He's run inside the top 5 through just a massive cautions. He continues to run in that 4th position. He's still seeking his first win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Of course, last year, James got that big win at the Gateway Dirt Nationals in the modified. He's a former topless 50 50 winner down at the Tyler County Speedway, and he won. You talk about guys that can wheel anything. He won last year in just about everything you could win. He won a late model. He won in a modified. He won in a B mod. He won in a legend car. I think he won a wheelbarrow race somewhere as well. So Drake Troutman.
Probably an enduro like Jackson Ertl.
Jackson Ertl did at Wheatland. That's exactly right.
Flinner was 7th in the running. He's in the back now. But how about Tyler Wyant, the regular here at Lernerville? Tyler Wyant, a regular here at Lernerville's first Lucas Oil start, an early contender for the Todd Steel Building's Hard Charger in that 24 car. Good job to him for the Oil City, Pennsylvania driver. Yeah, Flinner's got to go to the back. He slowed in turn 2. So, Dustin, we've got still 16 to go.
Yeah, we're a long way from over in this one. They get a few drivers squared away at the back
Chubb's bedtime,
of the field.
Isn't it?
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn at 11:30. Flinner's got to go to the back.
And there he is. He's worked his way back there now, so he
will be in front of the cars that are, I think everybody's still on the lead lap.
We have not run nearly enough green flag laps in a row to have anybody a lap down.
So Zachary Kane out, Dietz, Green, and Lucan are all done for the night. So we should have 20 cars left on the track, and we do. All right, here we go. Ryan Payne did come back out.
He did. He's back out on the racetrack. The Land Shark.
Not the Silver Shark, but the Land Shark.
Silver Shark. We saw the Silver Shark at Eldora a couple weeks ago. Yellow lights turned off. Green flag going to wave this time. 9 scored, 16 to go in your second and final feature of the night. Jonathan Davenport's been your leader since the drop of the green flag.
Oh.
He leads them into the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart.
He almost had a replay of a few restarts to go. Chubb goes through the middle. Chubb trying to make a stick on the bottom. He does. This place will come unglued, and here comes the 22. Greg Satterley down the back straight with the outside. Hang on, folks. It's far from over. 15 to go. Chubb Frank making a bid. Satterley on the outside. It's a dandy at Lernerville in this second feature.
They may burn the place down if the one-star gets his first win here in 12 years. James, you wanted the truth. You got the truth. Here comes Satterley. Greg Satterley on the outside. The Indiana, Pennsylvania driver now closing it on the one-star at Chubb Frank.
That last time around, he's second fastest car on the track to Davenport. Chubb is right there about 3 car lengths. Here comes Satterley down the back straightaway. Satterley will close on Chubb at a 3. He's going to go to the outside, Chubb to the bottom. Off of turn 4, down the main straightaway. Satterley ahead of steam. 4th is Wilson. 5th is Troutman into turn number 1 with 12 scored.
I think the important thing to note here, James, Jonathan Davenport not exactly driving away from these guys. He's getting a good run off turn number 2. They're able to close back in a little bit, though, coming off turn number 4. His lead still less than 1 second. James halfway home, 13 down, 12 to go.
Ross Robinson up to 7th. Forrest trying a good run at 8th, 9th play here. Logan Zarin, who was in that wreck earlier, he's up to 10th in the 1Z.
How about that? He started this race back in the 19th position, did Logan Zarin as well. Oh, Jonathan Davenport jumps the cushion down in turns 3 and 4. He's able to gather it back up, but he gives himself and us both a heart attack as Chubb Frank is able to close that gap back down to 0.8 of a second in the battle up front.
Davenport took the low route out of 2. Here comes Chubb. Chubb Frank closes in turn 4. Chubb a run down the straightaway. He's just about 3 car lengths back. Satterley in 3rd. Chubb will go back to the bottom. Chubb right there. 62 years old down the back straightaway. How many Stars championships? 4?
4-time Stars champion. 4 years in a row. And here comes Satterley, and here comes Troutman. They're all closing in on your race leader, Davenport. 9 laps to go.
It's 5/10 of a second to Chubb. It's 9/10 of a second to Satterley. Little over a second down the back straightaway. Chubb hanging on to that right rear. Here comes Satterley's going to go thinking about the bottom. And here comes Troutman up top.
Oh. This one's going to come right down to the end, baby. This one's going to come right down to the end.
8 to go, Dustin.
And they're closing in. They're closing in on the back of the field, too, James. Chubb, the only one on the bottom, down in 1 and 2. Satterley with a monster run down the back.
You know what's coming? He throws the slider. Troutman says, thank you very much. Here comes Troutman behind the 2nd and 3rd place cars. See, he's right there. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Nose to tail into 1. Davenport hanging on. Satterley will clear Chubb down the back straightaway with less 6 to go.
Spoiler flapping in the breeze for the 7 of Drake Troutman, and there it goes. He just ripped it off. He ripped the whole quarter panel off the race car. It's somewhere down over turn number 3. We're going to stay green flag racing. Greg Satterley closing in on your race leader, Jonathan Davenport. Guys, 5 laps to go this time by.
Who needs a spoiler? Here they come. Troutman on the bottom, side by side with Chubb for 3rd. In the 1, 5 to go. The deficit is 0.6 of a second. And Greg Satterley off the pace at 22. Greg Satterley. So 2 drivers that have been running in 2nd place, battling for the lead. Devin Moran in the first feature, and now Greg Satterley to the heartbeat hot sauce hot pit, Ben Shelton.
Yeah,
oh my.
He came off turn 4, and it was like the power just shut down on it. Not sure if he felt something or what. His crew chief Robbie Allen's going to lean and get a word with him. All 4 tires up on the 22 car, but he definitely shut it down off of turn 4. And James, you called it. You don't want to be in the 2nd position here tonight in these features, it would seem. They're going to head down and let the crew take a look at it, but not sure what it may be. I'll get an update.
Does Troutman still have a spoiler? He's ripped off the
rear quarter panel.
It sits. Hopefully it's over the bank, but
well,
how about Pennsylvania? How about it for Chubb and Drake Troutman putting on a show here tonight?
This is fun.
5 to go, man. Look, Chubb.
Yeah, and
Chubb's trying to tell him, you don't have a spoiler, young man, does he? He's got a spoiler. He don't have a quarter panel. He can't see that.
No, I'm telling you, it's down there by that Big River steel banner somewhere. Ben, down to you.
Yeah, they're going to pull the left rear tire off this race car, and we'll see if the tire's got air in it. They're looking at the inside of the wheel. Not sure, maybe there might have been an issue there, and they're taking a look up in the suspension. But again, all 4 tires up, and looks like Robbie Allen may put that tire back on, so we'll try to get an update. Satterley not feeling something right in the rear end, perhaps a suspension issue on the 22. Man, what a heartbreaker. He had a hot rod here tonight.
Man, he was right there, wasn't he? Let's see, 5 laps to go in this race.
Right at 5. So is it single or double file right at 5?
We'll find out here shortly, won't we?
People that get paid a lot more money than us will determine that. I know. I don't know if it's less than 5 or if it's 5 or less per Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series rules. We're going to find out. As you can see, Hoghead, Robbie Allen, and the guys, Ben, they're still going to work down there on the 22.
Yeah, and we talked about Alex Ferree earlier and the right rear packed with mud. Greg Satterley has got a right rear packed with mud as well. And as we've heard drivers tell us year after year, when those right rears packed with mud, it will shake your teeth out of your head. And you see them trying to dig it out of the right rear. So they're trying to dig it out right now. That's coming out of the right rear, and you got to wonder if that's what Satterley felt, maybe thinking he had a mechanical issue on the 22.
Yeah, Satterley early spring, and not like you see Greg Satterley, but the last few weeks, so he has caught fire at the Appalachian Mountain Speed Weeks. 5 to go.
Yeah, 5.
Ben Shelton, if Drake Troutman or Chubb Frank win this race, I don't know. We may have to put in new grandstands tomorrow.
Yeah, get the security to anything that's flammable and protected because of those two. But hey, I tell you what, Davenport's done what he's had to do so far. 5 to go, lights are out. Back up top, guys.
Yeah, it'll be a single file restart. Jonathan Davenport leads. How many fans are pulling for Chubb Frank? How many fans are pulling for Jonathan Davenport? Drake Troutman waiting in the wings. 5 laps to go, James.
All right, into turn number 1, the new Three-Deck Solutions restart zone. At top, there comes Chubb to the bottom. Drake to the outside, down the back straightaway. Drake Troutman has the run. Who needs a right rear quarter panel? Satterley is back out on the track. Troutman to the outside. He's got to get around Chubb Frank here. 4 laps to go. Dalton Wilson digging on the bottom. So is Carson Ferguson.
And Jonathan Davenport's got to be perfect as well. He has not led this race by more than 9/10 of a second. Satterley going to pull that car back to the pit area, and Davenport gets just a fantastic restart. He's trying to pull away, but he's also jumped the cushion a couple times in 3 and 4.
Troutman is right there on Chubb into 1. 3 to go. Troutman now, will he finally clear? He'll diamond off the corner up top. And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out.
Denny Fenton out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania, sits on the inside of the racetrack over in turn number 2. And just when you thought we couldn't have any more drama, we're going to have ourselves a 3-lap dash to the finish.
Man. It's highly entertaining, right? I mean, that's what they pay to see, but
it is.
Chubb, 62-year-old Chubb Frank. How old is Drake? Is Drake 19?
He's 19. He's 19 years old, yeah.
Chubb's got socks older than him, right?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
What kind of socks would Chubb Frank wear? Here we go on the replay. Denny Fenton in his first Lucas Oil start, the Clearfield, Pennsylvania driver.
He just lost the tail end of that car all by himself over in turn number 2.
Well, Davenport.
Yeah, you got a 40-year-old and Jonathan Davenport out front. You got 62-year-old Chubb Frank in second, and you've got 19-year-old Drake Troutman right now running third.
You got the guy with the best hair running fourth right now.
Yeah, Ben Shelton. Ben's running fourth.
No.
Ben Wilson. Drake. All right. Remember Kevin Gundaker when he had the perm working?
Yes,
he was
I do.
good back in the day. Hey, Kevin, we hope you're doing good. Had hip replacement surgery a few weeks ago. Jonathan Davenport, 3 to go at the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone. Chubb and Drake trying to upset JD off at turn 4, back underway at Lernerville.
Don't forget the contact Chubb Frank and Jonathan Davenport made on one of those early race restarts with that left rear hold up for the 49. He's got a good beat down the back straightaway, put several car links immediately between himself and Chubb Frank. Here comes Drake Troutman on the outside. They're looking at 2 to go this time by.
Yeah, Troutman trying to clear Chubb. Thought about going to the bottom. He'll follow him up top. They'll go to the Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Troutman with the crossover down the back straightaway. Here he comes on the bottom of the 19-year-old. He backs out of it, goes to the top. Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Davenport in control. The battle for second's going to go to the end.
It sure is, as I think Drake Troutman just gave him a shot in the shorts at the flag stand. That's the battle on the racetrack. Final time around for your race leader, Jonathan Davenport. He's got this race in hand as he comes off turn number 4. Jonathan Davenport will get the win. Second spot goes to Chubb Frank. Third will be Drake Troutman, Dalton Wilson fourth, and Ross Robinson rounds out the top 5 to close out the night here at Lernerville Speedway. Man, oh man, it's not official. It's unofficial till it becomes official, as you would say, James. But the 5th spot will go to Ross Robinson. 4th will go to Dalton Wilson. 3rd, a great run, Lernerville for Drake Troutman. Finishing 2nd tonight, how about at Lernerville for Chubbzilla, Chubb Frank. And your winner. He has got across the UNOH scale and tech area. It's going to be the driver out of Blairsville, Georgia, in the Lance Landers Racing.
I would just stay tuned for Chubb Frank's interview.
Yes, absolutely.
Please stay for that. We'll talk to him on the Big River Steel podium.
I mean, you never even know with a second. He still might drop a dumbass on somebody. So he gives those awards. That's when you know you made it in the sport, when you get the Chubb Frank Dumbass Award.
How about Tyler Wyant out of Oil City, PA, a regular here? He was the Todd Steel Building's hard charger of the race, Ben.
And his dad flipped in the heat race earlier tonight.
Yeah.
So, they rallied for the team there. Cool to see new names in the top 10 and new Todd Steel Building's hard charger. So wait on Jonathan Davenport, guys, if he makes it through tech into Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Not only his 4th win of the year with the Tour, but his 78th career win. And, of course, currently 2nd in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series standings. The Big River Steel chase for the championship presented by ARP, going after a 4th title here in 2024. And I tell you what, he's really caught fire. Ever since the Show Me 100, guys, it's like that team has really taken off.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is going to have a few minutes before he gets through there, as he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in front of him.
Well, we should have, the tickets on sale tomorrow and Saturday. This place, we should have a record crowd again. We had a couple years ago, and they got a record number of campers, and we appreciate each and every one of you coming out this weekend. Fantastic start to the weekend. That took a little while to do, but, man, Chubb Frank and Drake Troutman, they put on a show, but just not as good as Jonathan. There's Chubb Frank. Give him a big round of applause, the 1-star. 2nd here tonight.
And we'll be talking to your Big River Steel podium top 3 tomorrow night. We're going to do it again, guys. Double programs for this Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The field will be divided in half. Twin 25-lap 5,000 to win events. Also tomorrow night, heat race action for the Rush Late Models as they work up toward the finale for the Bill Emig Memorial. $20,000 to win plus $7,000 in jewelry. Not too shabby for Saturday night's winner for the Rush Late Models.
It was a wild night here tonight, and I'd expect more of the same here tomorrow as well.
Chubb's got to be slick move. I know.
As
Beating the slickest move of the race. Got to be Chubb, right?
The slickest move of the
6
race? Man, that's your call, not mine.
We'll do that.
I mean, sure.
Hard luck, there's a lot of candidates. Greg Satterley, obviously, would be the hard luck with the flat run in second. So, well, Chubb's doing double duty this week, and he's probably glad the Rush late models are not next. We may need an oxygen tank down there for him. Right?
Easy, James. He's going to come find you. Well, guys, it's official. Jonathan Davenport has cleared tech, and he is your feature winner. And the second feature here tonight, at night number 1 of the 18th Annual Firecracker 100 Weekend, presented by Big River Steel, his 78th career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win. 4th on the year with the Tour, and that'll be his 7th win overall. And counting all of his wins, and he'll bring the Nutrien Ag Solutions Longhorn number 49 down here into Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Getting a push up there, and we're going to talk to JD Superman about getting it done. He won a year ago in a prelim, albeit he had to win this prelim the next day last year, because if you remember, guys, it rained out before we got the features run last year, and we had to run them on Friday afternoon. But Mother Nature being a race fan here tonight, and allows Jonathan Davenport to pick up another prelim, and he is going after his first ever Firecracker 100 title presented by Big River Steel. He's won pretty much everything, and he's trying to add that one to the trophy case this weekend for Lance and Darla Landers and everybody with this number 49 team. As he throws on the hat and gets set to climb out of the race car. He's going to throw the steering wheel on top, and race fans, your winner, Superman Jonathan Davenport. Signature celebration, steering wheel in hand. The confetti goes off, and he'll drop the old steering wheel on top of the race car. And we're going to talk to him about that one. Well, Jonathan, you led all 25 laps. I'm going to ask you one of the most obvious questions. Did you think the checkered flag was ever going to come out in that one, though?
No, Zach was right on that one. He predicted a lot of cautions in this race, and it sure was. Hope, that a couple big wrecks there. Hope nobody got hurt. But anyway, I don't know. We wasn't as good after about the 3rd time I got hit in the left rear tire on the start. So I don't know if we been a shock there or whatever. We'll have to check that out. But just got to thank Corey and Zach this week. We was okay last weekend, but we wasn't great. And this car performs better than that. So they went and took this whole thing apart and found a few things that just wasn't quite right. So we brought it here, and obviously it was a lot better. So just got to thank them. Thank Nutrien Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Donna Grove Seed. Just everybody's a part of this deal. Got to, especially Lance and Darla Landers, watching back home, just got to thank them too.
You've won pretty much every big race under the sun. This one has eluded you, and last year you led, you ended up 3rd. Coming here to Lernerville, great crowd, great facility. How bad does this team want to add this one to the trophy case?
Yeah, definitely. It's one we got circled for sure. I don't know. I like the place. I just ain't really never figured it out. We've been close, like you said, a couple times. Led it a few times and broke. Run top 5, several times, but just can't quite get the win here. But we're going to keep working on it. We're going to put our heads together. We need to be a little bit better than we was tonight. Leading from the get-go, I wanted to run the bottom through 1 and 2, but I felt like I kept overcharging the corner, and then one time I slowed up too much and got my left front over the berm, so I never could really get a rhythm going there. So finally I just started floating through the middle and hitting the top leaving. So at least that kept me the lead and got us the win, so we can work on it for tomorrow.
Who do you want to thank?
Definitely, just like I said, all the other sponsors on this thing, Bill Stein, Longhorn that I didn't mention, Matt, Corey, and Zach there for sure for all the help they give us. Say hello to everybody watching back home, and try to get them again tomorrow.
Picks up $5,000 tonight. Superman Jonathan Davenport wins feature number 2.
Ben, as you make your way over real quick, a house announcement. Randy Cressley, you need to come to the tower, please. Randy Cressley, please come to the tower. Thank you.
Well, we are down here on the front straightaway, second on the Big River podium, Chubb Frank. Chubb, you're feeling spry tonight, man. It felt like you're right there. Yeah, I tell you what, this place was going nuts for you tonight. It felt like you're right on the edge. What did you need to find a way around that 49 car?
I needed a little bit more bottom because when he got up on top, that top was a little treacherous, and where you've seen some of them other guys were having trouble up there. But I run it a couple times on a restart, but there's no way I've already flipped once this week, so there's no reason to go up there again and find out whether or not I really like this car, and I really don't want to flip it. So I just needed probably a little bit more bottom to have a chance at running with him. It started drying out pretty bad on the bottom, and I just couldn't get up off the corner quite as good like I could earlier.
But did you have fun tonight?
Oh, I have fun every time.
I tell you what, a little banged up from Friday or back at Freedom Motorsports Park. Were you feeling banged up or are you feeling spry tonight?
I felt great. I never even had a seatbelt mark. I mean, it didn't hurt. I could have raced the next night if I'd have had something to race, but I didn't. We had to put stuff together when we got back home.
Last thing, Lernerville's meant a lot to you in your career. To come back here and start the weekend like that, what does that mean to you?
I've been here for all these races. I don't know how many there is, 18 or something. And, I love the fans here. I love this track. We've been down here a couple of times this year. The fans are awesome here, and I just love the racetrack. And tonight, the racetrack actually was really good. I mean, I know it was a little dirty, but that made it racy. So, I think the fans got their money's worth tonight.
Race fans, how about it? Chubb Frank comes home in position number 2 on the Big River Steel podium. Chubb, I think you got a lot of them up there. And I guarantee you he's going to be hanging out in the pits. Go down there and see him tonight. We'll talk to your third place finisher on the Big River Steel podium, Drake Troutman, Hindman, Pennsylvania zone. Drake, it's been a battle the past few months, man. How much did this team need this run here tonight?
Yeah, definitely got the confidence up a little bit, that's for sure. These boys worked like a bunch of dogs for me here this week, and then we got pretty tore up there at Smoky Mountain, and I don't know, just happy to put a good run together finally with these guys. I mean, I know it's split features and everything, but, to just put it up on the podium with these guys is always, it's been a dream come true of mine, that's for sure. So we worked hard out of here and, learning every day, and just got to thank all my guys, all my crew that worked for me there, and, of course, all my sponsors, Wheeler Fleet Solutions, RFI Resources, Schaefer Construction, Shoes Diesel Performance, Fuel Service by Glassmere, Race Tire, just everyone else who plays an effort into this car, and hopefully put on a pretty good show for you fans. And I don't know, it'd be nice to come out of here with a pretty solid weekend and, just keep on with some strong finishes. You're
a student of this sport. To be racing with Chubb Frank late in a racer here at Lernerville, was that almost surreal for you?
Yeah, it's definitely really cool. I don't know. I've watched JD and Chubb and all these guys, since I've been a little kid, and here we are, beating up and down the road with them. So it's definitely really cool, and congrats to JD on the win and Chubb on second.
Pennsylvania's Drake Troutman, he rounds out the Big River Steel podium in position number 3. DJ James, back up top to you.
Well, there's a lot of big wins coming for that Drake Troutman. I mean, Chubb's already in the Hall of Fame. John Davenport will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he's eligible, but they got a lot of racing left to go, and that's unbelievable. I mean, Davenport led every lap, MD3 most laps led, but it was far from easy, wasn't it, Dustin?
Yeah, it sure was. As a rash of cautions fell in this one, and Jonathan Davenport had to battle through just a ton of early cautions. That one there saw 3 drivers go off on the hook. And then Chubb Frank battling with Dalton Wilson. Wilson was able to come through that nasty slider on Jonathan Davenport. Wasn't quite able to make it stick. And a ball of flames underneath the hood of the 184 of Kyle Lucan. You saw right there Chubb get into the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. Greg Satterley was a factor for a while in this one, James, as he was able to work by the 1-star right there, but then issues forced him back to the pit area, and it was Superman Jonathan Davenport on top of the Big River Steel podium once again here tonight.
So again, your Todd Steel Building's hard charger was the 24 of Tyler Wyant, who ended up finishing in 7th, up 10 spots. Angelikia, who we thought was out of the race, he come back and finished in 11th.
How about that?
At the end, good run for Danny there. And again, your MD3 most laps lap. Davenport, fastest lap of the race, I believe, was Davenport. The Willwood Brakes lucky 7th was Tyler Wyant. Deathridge Opticians lucky 13th place finisher. Let me get my results here. Bear with me just a second. Was Boom Briggs. Boom Briggs gets
that?
And again, the Race for Gas, the Snowco top car, I believe.